Doom is a franchise that any shooter fan should know at least a bit about. It is considered to be one of the first pioneering shooter games for various reasons since its initial release in 1993. While there were multiple sequels and even a spin-off film, there hasn't been another Doom game in a number of years. Well, this year should change that, with ID Software releasing a reboot in May. This weekend I got a chance to play the closed beta for the game after being sent an invite to it, and I thought I'd lay down some initial views and opinions to give you a good idea of what to expect from this intriguing new FPS. So first off, let's start with the positives. Doom feels good. Really good. The gunplay is satisfying and the movement is refined so that the fast pace flows amazingly with every player encounter. The game has a somewhat nostalgic charm to the way it plays, which is a credit to the devs at ID for being able to perfectly mimic the classic shooter from years back. There's a lot of entertainment when you melee kill an enemy, guts and gore flying all across the ground as you snap their neck clean off, and many of the weapons also put on quite a show with, limbs showering the walls and organs flying everywhere from your enemies. It is a really, really big gore fest, so if that's the sort of thing, then Doom is going to be right up your alley. The Demon Rune is also an interesting feature that can change the way the game plays out. At certain points in the game, the rune will spawn and the team which gets hold of it first can mutate into a demon of their choice and charge around the battlefield, causing mayhem and destruction unless the other team can band together and take them down. It allows for a nice change up in gameplay and adds another level to the complexity of matches. Similarly, the idea of health and ammo pickups around the map is the one that hasn't existed much in modern shooters, but makes a good return to form in Doom, even if it's a little jarring in my opinion, having to now suddenly consider it, considering many modern shooters literally don't have any mechanic even close to it whatsoever. This game, it isn't perfect by any means, at least in its beta form. There seems to be some serious balancing issues with the weapons, and at least personally I have seen almost no players even try to use other weapons aside from the sniper rifle and the shotgun. The shotgun especially is incredibly overpowered compared to the other weapons, with an insanely large bullet spread and a massive damage capability. For a simple example, the shotgun can do around 75 damage per shot at best, while something like the assault rifle does a tiny 9 damage, which makes it useless on its own against these better weapons. Even after sinking hours into the game, I haven't changed my loadout once, as there is no incentive to even try and use other weapons in the beta at this point. Also, the armor pickups do seem to be a little too common to give players a balanced, fun experience. The armor pickups effectively allow you to add, extra health to your current health bar, which can give you the opportunity to kill an enemy in a 1v1 where, technically you should have lost. And it can often lead to frustration when, you clearly outplay someone, but they still win the fight simply because they stumble upon some of the hundreds of armor pickups lying around the map. While they could easily leave the large ones in the game as something similar to a pound position, the smaller armor pickups, especially the ones dropped by fallen enemies, need to be either removed or seriously nerfed for the best experience in my opinion. One other frustration comes in the form of the maps. While the maps themselves aren't bad by any means, there is no indication of the actual map layout at all. I can understand the lack of any minimap or motion tracker in the match itself, as it seems to better fit the playstyle of the game, but there should be a map layout on the loading screen at the very least, because even now I still find parts of the two maps to be maze-like, with tons of identical corridors and interconnecting shortcuts. I like the new Doom. I'm not going to say I don't. I do enjoy playing the new Doom. It's fun and it can be addictive at times, but by absolutely no means is it perfect. There is a lot of frustrating moments due to some of the issues that I mentioned above, and I think it's just really important that we give any of our criticisms to the developers as soon as possible so they know exactly what needs to be done to perfect the mechanics and modes and create the next best competitive arena shooter. I'm sorry if this was kind of short or my voice was kind of like bleh, but I've been so ill. I wanted to make this video, but I've been so ill these past few days, my throat hurts like a bitch. So thank you for stopping by anyway, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.